November 16, 1997. A memorable day in the lives of Jamaicans, especially those who are football fans, home and abroad.
What a strike!
Viewers and subscribers, welcome back to Wizards of Sports TV. I'm your host, Sports Greg, and as today being the 26th anniversary of Jamaica qualifying for our only senior men's World Cup so far. I have to make sure I'm correct because women team qualified to 2 World Cup and the youth teams qualified to 2 U17s and under 20. Yeah, so I have to make sure I clarify it. Yes, the only men's senior World Cup qualification thus far for Jamaica. First English-speaking Caribbean country to do so. Trinidad follows suit in 2006. But yes, 1998 Road to France was a dream that became a reality on Sunday, November 16, 1997. Such euphoria around the entire country that the then Prime Minister PJ Patterson announced that the following day, Monday, November 17, was to be a national holiday. Only for that year though. It wasn't something that was carried on for years to come. But yes, a lot of the local businesses were not pleased with it. But for the euphoric football fans all around the country, yeah man, that was a blessing for them. An extra day to celebrate the qualifications. And as you know, as Jamaicans, we don't need a second invitation to party. So celebrations went on into the wee hours of Sunday night into Monday morning, as pots and pans and drums could be heard all corners of the island. As a matter of fact, I remember in my little era of flankers, Vietnam Square, my mom had made me a Jamaica flag. Best dressmaker in a flankers, yeah. She had made me a Jamaica flag and it was hoisted that Sunday evening in the middle of the square. Yeah man, that flag endured years of wind and rain and sun, before it finally had to be taken down. But yes, back to that qualification and the expectations that it left us, and looking back at it 26 years later, I just want us to take a look and give our opinion on the growth or undergrowth of Jamaican football since. Like I stated, we have failed to qualify for any other World Cups, men's senior World Cup since. And this crop of players, this current team that we have, they look like they should be able to do it. I mean, with the number of teams increasing to 48 from 32, should have already been, enough motivation that we should be able to get a spot. But with the quality that we have in the team now compared to back then, because back then the overseas based players that we had were in Division 1? Yeah, they were in Division 1 or the Championship. Whereas now when we have several players playing their trades in the English Premier League and playing for clubs that are in the top half of the table, Leon Bailey at Villa and Mikel Antonio at West Ham, just to name a couple of them. But over the years, since 98, we have had quality players just the same. Probably not as quality that they are right now, and still failed to qualify for the World Cup. But it's not just the team itself or the squad itself that have not lived up to expectations. And that's something that I want to touch on quickly. It's the whole organization that has failed us as a nation, and our expectations then from them. You look at something like getting a Jamaica jersey, getting a national team jersey. It's harder than pulling tooth sometimes just to find where to purchase a jersey. Whereas most of these national teams, you have sites that you can readily go on and purchase their jerseys. It's not that easy with Jamaica. Or to find a local store, or to find local stores, several local stores in Jamaica. I mean, we have two big cities, or the two biggest cities, Kingston and Montego Bay. JFF should have several stores where people can readily go in and purchase jerseys. I mean, I find it hard to get the latest jerseys right now. Yes, I finally ordered one online, but it should be easier to access them, and that comes down to the marketing part of the JFF, and another part of their marketing strategy, and I have to put this down to the marketing, is them being not capable of filling up the stands. I know people are gonna say it's because of how the team is playing, and they're not winning anything, and Jamaican fans are bandwagonists, and to an extent, but there's no way the office should have 10,000 or less fans in it for a national. I mean, when our national team is playing for a game like that. I remember the last Nation League game. I think it was against Haiti. The stadium was scanty. Not even the bleachers wasn't full. So like I said, something like this comes down to the marketing strategy of the JFF. Now, is it the pricing is too much for some people? Okay, if you have to adjust the pricing to make it more attractive and to get more fans packing into the stadium, go ahead and do so. Advertise it for more schoolers. I mean, schoolboy football season is in full swing. Pack the stadium with schoolboys. Make it half price for students in uniform, or even less than that. It's not all about how much you're gonna make from gate receipts. You also gotta make the national stadium a fortress. And I watched a couple of videos over the past few days with Rene Simoes and Ricardo Gardner, appealing to fans to come out and support the team for the Nations League game tomorrow the 17th versus Canada. And I was looking at it, I'm saying to myself, back then the prices were more affordable for people. And like I said, even the schoolers, a lot of times you would look in the national stadium and probably quarter of it to a third of it would be school children. I mean, the JFF, they gotta look at it and see, since COVID, it has been financially hard on a lot of people, especially the small man. And most times, it is the little 9-to-5er that are piling into the stadium. They are the ones packing up the stadium. Now, if their pockets are burning them so much already, and you're gonna expect them to pay, what was it? I think it was advertised like $7,000. I'm not 100% sure. But the prices for the tickets, it's like compared to whatever you're paying in the States. You can't really expect the everyday 9-to-5 person in Jamaica right now with the current climate, with how the current financial state is, to be able to afford that, especially for 2 games in a month sometimes. So JFF and their marketing crew has something to do with that. They have to do a better job at that. After that, we need to fill up the stadium. The quality of football, it is not so bad right now. I mean, in all fairness, it hasn't been horrible. Even when Coach Whitmore was at the helm, a lot of people used to criticize him, but even though the team wasn't playing the most beautiful brand of football, we were getting results and getting to semi-finals and finals of tournaments, you know. But a lot of things were missing. So, 26 years on, am I pleased with the growth and the development of our football thus far? Nah, not really. We could have done better. We should have made it to at least one more World Cup swings. As a matter of fact, 2. The squad with Ricardo Fuller shortly after the 98 squad, the 2002 and 2006 squads. One of those should have made it to the World Cup. 2002, 2006, that squad had youth players that had qualified for under 17 and under 20 World Cups in the 90s. So we should have done a better job of trying to make it to the World Cup with that group of players. But like I said, hopefully this current batch is the batch that's gonna do it, have us qualify for a second World Cup. And to the fans, wherever you can make it, as long as Jamaica have game, I try my best whenever it's possible, to pile into that stadium. Because one voice can make a difference in a crowd. Until next time, stay safe. Continue to like, subscribe, and share. I know I have not been doing as much videos recently, but that's down to work schedule and how busy work is. But I promise I will get back on track and have at least one video per week. So continue to stay safe, and until next time, peace. Well, after the poor run me, the music can come.